Chris, how is your pee break?
My pee break.
They might flash you undetected.
Random, baby.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. Quite an intro.
Let's address the elephant in the room. That's not the elephant in the room. There's no elephant. Nobody cares.
I too am a thought criminal.
Good. Well, I like you already.
Does this look like a girl who's joking around?
No.
Around?
But how much do you actually understand money? Especially the new wave.
Beauty or intelligence? When you unleash both, it is men's kryptonite. Welcome to Talk to Me, Taylor. We really did not deserve her. We didn't. We did not deserve one legend, Dolly Parton. Dolly, these are for you, baby. Tried and true. No one can keep us down. I bet Dolly, like, even in the grave, like, they are making their presence known down there in her plush, gorgeous, extravagant casket. Guys, welcome back to the show. I'm not only mourning Dolly, but also mourning, like my dignity. As you guys may or may not know, I am on the egg freezing journey, embarking on the process. So I am like poked, probed, like all the things, the hormones, the this, the that, hence the sunglasses in my own home, in my ghetto studio here, because underneath it all, like, honestly, just call me Shakira, because underneath it all, there's not a midnight story. There's like a Sanderson witch. Like, I look so crazy. So to spare you all of that, like, again, did not sleep last night, and I have just been really going at it. I am out here again, like, with all the audacity, wearing sunglasses like the Men in Black in my own home. And so tonight's going to be short and sweet. And obviously, two things. Yes, we're fashionably late tonight. What can I say? It's like the funeral proceedings of Dolly in my own mind, even though I think her home is like not that far from where I am. A couple things, housekeeping, if I may, because I am like horrible at a shameless plug, as I am evidently also like doing makeup before this program. Check out my last Substack. I posted it on Monday. It's already racking in the views. I'm super proud of it, but it kind of like touches on all this. It's called My Eggs Have Entered the Culture War. And if you think that it doesn't pertain to you, if you're like, oh, that's lady stuff, oh, that's like the F word fertility, all this, it's really about so much more. It's about the power of the algorithms and groupthink, and what can be like a sacred, intimate, relationship conversation can even be like the waters can be poisoned by the algorithms and groupthink, and how people like have the biggest hard on to like insert themselves and infiltrate your lives, or your fallopian tubes or your penises, like whatever, and dictate how and what to do with them. And how they will literally just have like an existential breakdown if your life doesn't look like theirs. So all that to say is it was such a labor of love. I'm so proud of it. And so go check it out now, or I will summon Dolly to come for you. And she will. Do these tits look like they're playing around? They're like a seance in and of themselves. And like each one is an individual hex. So you don't want to mess with us. But speaking of, algorithms and group things, and these are all like buzzwords, right? Like groupthink and the hive mind and the algorithm, blah, blah, blah. But the way that it literally has seeped into our psyches and dictate our lives as if we are all robots is striking, and it is scary. And some of you, not the people who watch this, because again, we're like the chosen ones, here in my living room, but like everyone else really needs to check themselves. And that's why the passing of Dolly, I have just been down rabbit holes, just taking in all of her glory and how legendary she was, because in doing so, it actually kind of pisses me off. I'm like, it's what I said in the opening of the show, like, we didn't deserve her. She was such a true original that you can't even write, make, create, didn't give a shit, like totally went up against the grain in every way. Like no matter how many times a judgmental Barbara Walters tried to vibe check her ass, She just was her own woman. The huge tits, like the stripper hooker nails. You know, the fact that she was like, I'm poor, and the town tramp was like my hero, even though my mom and everyone says that's disrespectful and like degraded. And I just saw it as like female, like I want to be her. That's sexy. That's liberation. That's free. You know, the hair, all of it, but having like the business savvy and never missing a beat and being in on the own joke and being tongue in cheek. I'm sorry, being in on the joke, like at her expense, tongue in cheek, thinking like a man, being so unapologetically female. And I look at now the juxtaposition between that and like the robot clone factory of women that we've created today, it is a disgrace. I'm like, all of that, and this is what she gets. Like, this is how we pay her back. This is what we get for opening doors and busting tits and doors and paving the way. This is what she gets, like a cloned army of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids gone wrong, of every woman looking, sounding, thinking, dressing, whatever, exactly the same, like crying in their cars or confessing this or doing some weird therapy speak nobody asked, or how to have a hot take politically or this or that. Like, it is embarrassing. And again, I'm like, and it quite frankly, like I said, it kind of pisses me off. And it's like, it just shows you true originality. I mean, it tells you something when you have everybody from the gays to the Daily Wires commemorating Dolly. That tells you everything you need to know about how rare and how sacred that true, unapologetic, no permission needed, no explanation needed, how iconic that type of presence is. And trust me, I mean, hello, tits out, brain out, right? The world will push you 700 ways from Sunday. And I'm so sick of it. And that's why she never was defensive. She always, even if it was an interview, she always handled it with like, she was assured and like with grace and a wink. They will. People will I get it, from whether it's, you know, I could be in braless or in my pink with tits out or a pink mini skirt or big chunky purple pink heels, whatever it is. Why are you dressing like that? Oh, that's not appropriate. Oh, they're not going to take you seriously. It could be anything, professionally, family, whatever. Says who? Like, literally says who? Like, who appointed you the police of all things how to be? And even lifestyle wise. And again, I know I seem a little whatever. Don't blame me, blame the hormones. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Guys, I like basically just learned what a hormone was like yesterday, okay? Like I say this in the article, this Substack, my last Substack I talk about. I'm like, wow, I just learned like basically what an ovary and a follicle was at 35. So it is humbling to say the least. But anyways, blame the hormones because they were like doing a whole song and dance in there. And so blame the glasses. Blame the glasses. But even lifestyle wise, because again, I've been watching all these clips that are just so like empowering, and she's so emboldened and so sure. Like, she was just always her. She was just her. Like, never cracked, never wavered, never contorted, shapeshifted. Again, these bitches out here could never. If they don't have an army of seal claps from their online tribe at like a new Get Ready With Me skincare, they will unravel into the abyss. Like, they could absolutely never. And Dolly did this, by the way, before feeds and trends and curated, you know, people, PR, whatever, to help you and blah, 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 blah. Creative director, before any of that, before all this feed bullshit, she just straight up did it rogue, the hard way and the real way, on her own. But like I said, even lifestyle, one of these clips I saw that my friend sent me is where she talks about, you know, her relationship with her husband. They were married like 60 years. They were like 18. She was 18, soulmates. And it was so iconic because here she is, this like iconoclast, like one of the most recognizable, famous women, people in the world. And I think he went to like he like did his own thing. He was not in entertainment and they were so in love. And he went to one red carpet with her or something. He was like, yeah, I'm out. Like, you do your thing. I'll be over here. Like, not my speed. I love it. Like, kept it so private and sacred and just did their thing. Like, again, these influencers and these celebs could never, like, what do you know, actually like keeping something like private into yourselves without having to do like a whole show and like pony dance or show, whatever it is. And there was a clip where she says, I think she's in an interview, and she's like, you know, we've been married however many years. Like, he knows I'm always coming home. I know he's always coming home at the end of the day. I'm not going to be all about the town, but she's like, you know, as long as like, if whatever he does, you know, I don't find out about it and it doesn't hurt me, I'm okay with that. And he feels the same with me. And I was like, wow. And that's a lot of what Rob and I have explored, that sort of dynamic. We even had our brief stint with the relationship show that you may or may not have caught a wind or glimpse of that. And even that, right? It's like so out of the norm. It'll make people's like brains collapse that it's so out of the box and like, oh, wait, what? Like, that's not the correct way to be. You know, it's like the morality police come marching in. And she says, and I was like, man, this is my girl. Like, I so relate. And I always feared this, at least for myself in a relationship, because I'm such a free spirit. She says, like, I feel he gives me that freedom in a relationship. So I don't think she was like swinging about the town, you know, all swinging from chandeliers all about the town. But even that in and of itself, it's like from her stripper nails to her hair to her tits out, like poking Johnny Carson in the head, all the way to like the lifestyle choices and standing so firm and like, again, not needing a shred of validation. It's just everything in a world of pure clones. It literally, it is like the Stepford Wives pandemic. And again, I especially love the lifestyle because it's like truly living on your own terms, especially now. And I talk about it in the egg freezing piece, how even someone like myself who's stubborn, you guys know you can't tell me nothing, like so assured, stubborn, have to have the last word, how this shit will even get in my head sometimes. That's how strong it is. That's how powerful it is. And how people, especially now, with how loud they are on social media, like they will make it their dying wish. It will be, if it is the last thing they do, like beat you down. So you know you're wrong. You're living life wrong. You have to live life like them, da, 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 da. Can you imagine like if she said something like that now? Literally the conservatives would have a collective meltdown. Like there would be dissertations out the wazoo. And again, I think that there's just something so honest and powerful and liberating about being in that truth without needing any fucking permission. And just like being out of the boxes and living on our own terms, being, you know, her completely own person, her own woman. And specifically, again, like holding it up to the culture of today. The culture wars, the feminists versus the trad wives, the this, the that, the nuclear trad family, the egg freezing, whatever. You know, and just being like, you can't tell me nothing. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Like it was like reverse. She didn't need some digital try on whatever to applaud her. She like set the rules and made everyone follow suit. If you don't like it, then too bad. Like step off, Jolene and everybody else. And that's what I'm talking about. And so the least we can do is A, read my column in Evie on Friday. So I'm not going to give it all away, but it talks a little about this. And B is to actually be our own people. Like she was, whether that's how you think, how you dress, how you act, your relationship, whatever it is, like you define your rules, not everybody else with their arbitrary shit. Certainly not some twisted, psychotic, algorithmic prison, mind rot hell. So with that said, The last couple minutes here, I am going to play the second half of the interview with the 9/11 survivors and the Nat Geo doc, 9/11 Reunited. And if you call the first half on Monday, you know that these two were reunited after essentially like saving each other's lives in a way at the Pentagon on 9/11. And I left it on a little bit of a cliffhanger because I asked them, you know, how they feel essentially about, you know, having lived through that traumatizing experience, being real warriors and heroes, victims, and survivors, what they make of now this unhinged culture that literally says America deserved 9/11, you know, romanticizing terrorists, all this. So I looked at, like I said, on a little bit on the edge of your seat because this is where they like have the most energy and go off. And it kind of is with all this, right? Like standing in our truth, no matter how many people try to bulldoze you, talk you out of it, you know, whitewash it or shape shift you. I even say to them in here, I'm like, this country, I look around and I don't even recognize it anymore in some ways. So with that, I'm going to play this and maybe I'll sign off in the end, maybe not. I may be like laying down to take a nap, but thank you guys for joining and remembering, you know, what a true national treasure really looks like. The Nicolas Cage way, you know, but Dolly and everything that represents, and even people like this, you know, standing in truth, being real heroes, and not being afraid of that and having nothing to hide. So without further ado, the rest of the 9/11 interview. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, or did I? About how in some ways, because for me, again, I was 10 at the time, but I was tri-state kid, stone's throw from the city, very much impacted. And I look around and it's like, I don't even recognize this country anymore. You know, the fact that there are, you know, from college kids and sentiments and elected officials whose inner circles say that America deserved 9/11. I think it is outright disgusting. I can't even imagine how you feel hearing sentiments like that. It's like I said, I don't even recognize this place. When I was in college, we celebrated when bin Laden was taken out. Now these kids and these people are rooting for that. Like, what upside down world is this? I mean, how does that even make you feel, think? Can you even process that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Craig.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of, we'll say, I won't say what I think and et cetera, because it irritates the heck out of me. I'm saying that very politely. But the thing about it is that it just, I heard everything you were saying, but while you were saying it, it was just like, there's just so many people that want to cheer for the underdog. And the thing about it is we're trying to say that a terrorist organization is an underdog, that all this stuff is the underdog. It's like, sorry, but the underdog is not always right. And one of the reasons they are the underdog is because they probably aren't right. So it just seems everybody wants the fantasies to be coming true, you know, the 1 in a million. So there are 999,000. Anyway, my point being is out of the 1 out of a million, everybody is dreaming about that million and ignoring the rest. And that's really what it seems to be the problem is. So, yeah, it irritates me in many, many, many different ways. But I think the biggest thing is they don't find the information for themselves. They let other people tell them what to think.
Yeah.
And you know, Marilyn, before you hop in, it's completely, Craig. It's like, make it make sense. And I even say in my piece, do we have to have this horror happen again? And you lived through it. It's so real. It's so tragic. It's so visceral. And I think that it's like, what do we need another reality show, a wake up call? Seriously? I mean, I can't even imagine for you two how that must feel.
Right. It boils my blood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For someone who had lived through this thing, call me. Come see my uniform that was burned off of me. Come see what was left of me on that day. Call me. I will share my story, because the sad part is, yeah, a lot of the young Americans were not born So my question is, who are these people with this type of thinking? They were there. They saw it. How could you then say, I don't know if that happened or not? And you have survivors who are left can share their stories, you know? So it's very disheartening, you know? So I'll pause there because I can feel my emotions growing.
Me too. I was going to say, you guys are reserved. Like if I were you, I would be going off.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
but on the flip side, what both of you stepped up and performed that day, truthfully, and I'm sure many people, I don't know that in such shocking and traumatizing, like you said, Marilyn, you're like, I thought that that was it for me.
Mhm.
And Craig, your heroic actions too. I don't know that many people would be able to do that, especially in today's world. Again, like I said in the intro, right? There's so much performative outrage but when it really comes down to it in tragedy, and it really makes me think, guys, because we see videos of people just completely abandoning one another. It's like there's no civilization left, whether it's in a subway station here, there's something going on and people run the other way.
Mm-hmm.
You were the opposite of that. So seeing how humanity, I have to let you go, but lastly, the arc and the evolution, are you hopeful in that humanity, in that heroic, in these acts, or is it just now we're just every man for themselves and scared and selfish, and it's a different time? Like where do you land on that, and how does it make you feel?
you know, years ago when I would speak, I would say any American would have done what I did. And then someone said, hold on, Marilyn, do you really believe that? In my heart, I wanted to believe that. But in my mind, I knew no, because so many will do just what you said, part ways, run away, or better yet, get their phone so I can get that footage.
Yes.
I want to be able to post that.
Yes.
And so
yes.
that's the country, unfortunately, that we're living in now,
Yeah.
versus helping that person. So I do still believe in humanity. I still hope that people will reach out a hand when someone else is down. I want to believe that. Go ahead, Craig.
You said performative outrage, and I was like, damn, you're right on cue. That is exactly what's going on. And basically everybody is using terror and stuff to scare the living daylights out of other people. However, when you say I think the younger generation wants to do good things, and they want to be better than their their parents, I don't want to say ancestors, but the previous generation, and they are trying to be better. The thing about it is I really, really, really believe they're just incredibly misguided. I mean, all these riots and standing out, they're wanting to do good. I just think they've been pointed in the wrong direction. Both my kids are freaking awesome. They walk on the face of the earth, and they are always trying to do the right thing and the good thing. Now, do we agree on politics? No. Sometimes we don't talk about politics for that specific reason, but they're both very young, and they both want to make the world better, and they're putting their efforts in. You know, they're incredible. My daughter was in the Peace Corps. Contributing right out of. So my point being, and my son is always trying to. He's trying to save the world. He really is. And so they're both brilliant kids. And I think that generation, they're all that way. They want to do the right thing. It's just, I don't know. Yeah. They haven't been pointed. They've just been misled, or I don't know. I don't know the right word without going off on a left tangent. But bottom line is, I think they're great. They just don't know how to do it and where to do it and what the right thing to do it for is.
Fair enough. Well, thank you both for your service, heroes among us, and may we never forget.
Thank you,
Taylor.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Chris, how was your pee break?
My pee break.
It might flash you undetected.
Random, baby.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Quite an intro.
Let's
address the elephant in the room. That's not the elephant in the room. There's no elephant. Nobody cares.
I too am a thought criminal.
Good. Well, I like you already.
Does this look like a girl who's joking around?
No.
But how much do you actually understand money? Especially the new wave.
Beauty or intelligence? When you unleash both, it is men's kryptonite.